Hayabusa, again, as we mentioned earlier, has the time the entry's better. Bouncing ball is going to be a big ticket skill here.
Yeah, not only that, but at least for this one, JP has revitalized. I feel like a lot of the team fights we've seen break out in the past few games, it's just you're duking it out. But Revitalize always changes some of those team fights, especially when the other team doesn't have it. Right? So Onic Philippines isn't going to have those in those team fights, whereas Tlph can play around some of that sustainability. But at the same time, I love the fact that they brought it up in the draft. Yeah, the Selena has been not really slept on. I feel like there's just a couple players who like to play it, but this time around, like, has Sanji played it much?
Nope, first time this season he's going to be playing the Selena.
And I forget myself, even the return of Badang in the series alone.
Oh, Renmar mentioned it earlier. He's like, it's kind of weird that we haven't seen the Badang pop up.
This has been a pretty Badangable series.
Oh, nice catch here by Liquid. They find Brusco. Again, the story of that opening draft is why the Kufra showed up so soon is you got to time it well, and they timed it well.
Yep, very sharp timing. Oh, and JB even found Super Prince. All right,
camera.
He's mad.
Oh, they want to watch this in the gold lane. Yeah, we're not getting away from that. But
I don't know. Is JP angrier at Onic or himself? So far, it's a great start, man.
Hey, that's what you got to do here after what we saw in the previous one.
Wrong either way.
Yeah, it's fine. And Turtle's up for the taking. Look at the lead. This is the fastest or the biggest lead, I think, throughout the series so far.
Sanford with the forward flicker, looking for that grab early on. Onic better for it, not even thinking to take that turtle, conceding it over to Liquid.
Yeah, King can't farm as fast as Carl Tlph. Dude, it's a 2-level gap between Carl and King Kong already. Just goes to show how fast Team Liquid are doing their rotations. And again, the pick in the middle really set things up for starting the pace here for Liquid.
Say what you will about Carl Tlph's questionable plays from time to time, but he is still #1 in EXP per minute in all of regular season 15. So this man knows how to get EXP across the map.
He definitely farms like a goat.
Yes.
I was waiting for the sound effect, but
told you.
That's the thing, man.
Can't escape it.
Yeah, and if you can't escape the fact that he's going to get that lead, he's going to get that momentum based off delaying King Kong, but you know, so it puts King Kong in a position where he just has to catch up, and I feel like he's doing that. Obviously, he's trying to close the gap. They might not take some of the next fights even, and that's why Tlph trying to make a play here.
Oh my God, projectiles on projectiles. Oh, hey, dropping that 7 force. Another arrow thrown out. Killer barely surviving. Dashing back. Here comes Super Prince. Point blank. A feathered airstrike. JP caught in the crossfire. Down goes Oheb. The Filipino Savage joins the fight. Nay, rejoins the fight. Flickers forward and gets Oheb.
Can't blame Team Liquid Philippines for making that call. The targets look good, but Sanji lands arrow.
Prince stayed a second too long. And the cavalry clap back.
I feel like that happened earlier when we didn't get to see it in the mid lane. Like, same thing. He probably stayed a little bit too long and then gets caught. I'm not sure if it was by the arrow as well, but again, the Selena seems to be playing a big part already in the early game.
Yeah, they got to balance it out, and all of these stops mean that Carl Tlph just keep getting farm and keeps expanding the lead between him and King Kong, who is up top trying to get farm, and there's a lot of focus down bot.
Magic arrow catching Kirk. Kelra firing back underneath the Zaman force. Luckily for the Super Fam, that turret stands. Turtle spawns lower quarter.
Okay, Turtle's up. Gotta watch out for these arrows, man. That's always the thing. Even with Sanji, the first time he's bringing it out throughout this season, seems to be doing pretty well.
Yeah.
And so right now, they'll just kind of face it off. Oh, King Kong?
Gets caught by a shadow kill! 1v1 with the young goat!
Carl Tlph finds King, and this should be a turtle for Liquid.
Yeah, this is, the lead builds even more. He's going to be spotted by Kirk. Carl just make his way down to the turtle after getting that kill up top. So even furthering the lead that he already has against Onic Philippines' jungler King Kong. This is not looking good for Onic Philippines right now.
Everything has gone right for Liquid. I was skeptical of this Selena pick. But again, just smart rotation, good timing between JP and Sanji. Carl going wild.
Coming in, throwing that shadow, forcing a response from Super Prince. Feathered airstrike, JP very low. Third Poisson's out. Sanford catches the bead. No losses per side.
A little bit of a push happened up top with Kirk trying to get that turret down. He should be able to get this as he clears it out. But Yeah, that's the thing. You're seeing when those fights happen, it's just Onic Philippines lacking the damage, right? Obviously, they're down by a few thousand gold, and that's going to be the case. We'll see this. Look at this. He might get caught. Kirk might get caught here.
Yeah, Kirk actually has slightly more gold. Oh, no. Uh-oh.
JP delaying the jump. Forces out a flicker from Kirk. In comes the rest of Onic. King Kong dashing through. Sanford and JP. The conceal by Liquid disengages.
And as we saw right there at the end, the backup by, it landed!
No. Massive arrow! Keeping Super Friends in place. Flickering wings by wings out.
An entire season of not showing Selena. This could be the hidden weapon of Liquid. While Keller and Oheb continue their duel down bottom. Keller has switched to the Wesker.
Oh, don't tell me. He's going to go for it.
The shotgun to Oheb's face. The flicker. Kelra does it again. In comes Sanji looking for the punish. JP jumps onto Kelra, finds him, takes him down. And they're not done. Kirk does get the spread onto him. Sanford trying to keep him down. They will find their man.
And that's just, Kirk had no choice. King Kong can't go help either because he's just trying to catch up.
Not worth it in the end, 2 for 1. Arrow lands.
Another one, JP jumps in. Called easy shadow kill on a Brusco. Popping that ball.
Sanji, he's in trouble.
King Kong dashing through. Super Prince with the assist. Down goes Sanji. Sanford, JP, going for more. Can't find it, turtle spawns.
It's getting really scrappy. Teams forcing out trades and skirmishes across the map. The right play to make. And still, at the end of the day, it's the Hayabusa in the lead against the Joy. 12 to 10 in levels. Another turtle slain by Liquid.
Yeah, clean on the board on the turtles here. 3 for 3. And it's going to look like even that first Lord, unless something miraculous happens for Onic Philippines right now to catch back up, is going to be an objective for TLPH. But look at the difference here.
2,200. Hunter strike straight into the BOD. No wonder this Hayabusa hurts like crazy. Conceal in the mid. Is Liquid going to find someone? They will not force the issue. They're also playing around the arrows. Look at where Sanji's positioning. He wants to toss his arrows into potential flank areas.
Get spotted out.
Brusco bouncing ball out of here. Sanford pushing through. Bombs away. Kelra. Cover fire for the rest of Onic. In comes a bouncing ball. The full combo from Kirk. Sanford's very low. Flickering back. In comes King Kong. Dashing through. Way too many bodies from Liquid here.
Arrow.
Salmon Force dropped in. And another arrow. Immobilizing Kirk. Liquid skittish from that last game.
Again.
And they find Super Friend Sanji. Bullseye!
Arrow after arrow from Sanji. Is this the secret weapon? Is he the bow and arrow for TLPH?
The Monster Mage showed off his skills with his Selena, but the chef is cooking.
JP and OF find King! King Slayers these two are, and Sanji keeps Kirk at bay.
TLPH just doesn't let up. This is that Stampede gameplay we've talked about time and time again, and right now it continues on. They balloon to a 7,000 gold lead under the 10-minute mark.
Liquid can continue this onslaught. They still have to be careful with their execution for the next couple of sequences, considering that they are up against the Badang. The damage output of the Joy will be enough to put a dent in the armor of Liquid, maybe even punish them if they are not careful. Just no other slip-up, similar to what happened in the previous game. Continue the discipline that they're showing, the timing of JP, Sanji, Sanford together. You can see them talking and timing their entries. Keep that up.
Another shadow kill by Carl Teasy, putting multiple members of Onic at low health.
And look at that, Sanji was ready to toss the arrow right away. Brusco had to block it, good sense, but Liquid will get this Lord with no problem whatsoever.
Another objective under TLPH. And with a lead like this, now 8,000 gold, they should be able to march towards the base of Onic Philippines. And you've got King Kong scrapping for whatever he can, and these arrows will continue to scout things out for TLPH. Look at the disparity between the items here, even at this point.
Struggle here for Kelra, only up to a Malefic Gun. Of course, all of them packing the Rome Boots Blessing, so the lowest gold holder will earn a gold every 5 seconds.
And EXP.
And the XP, yes.
catch up Brusco. Again, every little bit of kit you can get when you're behind helps. So leveling up Brusco's skills could help you claw back from this 8,000 gold deficit.
That's so tough to be in here. Beats are going to be popped. Oh.
Shadow kill coming through, and a defensive use of the bombs away from Kelra. Liquid are knocking to the base.
If there was a voice pack you could add there, it's Tlph simply going boo.
Boo. There we go. Lord charging in. They're going to lose some turrets, lose some shields here too. They might force this in a little bit further. An arrow.
In comes 40. Dropping the Salmon Force. Oheb can smell blood in the water. Kirk goes down. Underneath the Salmon Force, they're still going. Brusco goes down. Sanji gets a double. The Super Fam are in shambles. The Lord still standing. Oheb gets taken down. Liquid might not want to force the issue.
And Liquid, another arrow land just to add insult to injury. Sanji on point. The arrow that landed on Kirk that opened up the picks for Liquid really set the bar.
Are they going to push this one in? Mid-turret going to fall down. Waves pushing in on the bot. Even with a lead this big, Tlph will take the discipline route and back off for now after getting the 2 base turrets.
I have to say, this is a must-win for Team Liquid Philippines. If they still somehow lose this and they slip up, Onic going to match point 3-1 after a massive turnaround. Consider the Immortal Cup already in the hands of the gods of the game.
Kong?
King Kong looking for Sanji, finds him! I think Sanji just understood that he was out of breath, like he was not supposed to be there.
Yeah, accepted his fate. That's one slip up. They can't afford any more. That's shut down, although not massive. Let's see if Liquid can minimize their losses. They still have the item advantage, the damage advantage.
The map as well.
Basically every advantage at this point. Lord's going to be up at 30. They might get a turret down here. They're going to go ahead and charge things up. Conceal's going to be used.
JP looking to engage. Tlph throws out the shadow. Salmon Force from Oheb. Super Prince already spent. Defender strike. No ult available for the Super Fam.
What a reaction by Kirk. He was so ready to bump into Tlph there. To fist bump him, almost started a chain reaction that could have meant Tlph got taken down, but it didn't lead to that. Liquid, though, because of the 2 towers, they've broken in base, now have the Lord. Looks like they're gonna blitz it, but Onic might just be crazy enough to contest.
Hints of hesitation from the Super Fam as Liquid bursts down this Lord, Tlph, and the back line holding the line. Free objective for the Cavalry.
And this is where we find out if Onic Philippines can stay in this game, facing down a massive deficit. Items are not where they need to be for them just yet, so they're going to have to pull something out of the hat here to stay in this game and possibly turn it around. This is going to be a massive win for Tlph if they can get it on this push here.
On the other hand, Team Liquid Philippines have played this game so well that Liquid losing this seems like such a massive impossibility at this point.
Save for the actually winning moment, this is the largest gold lead we've seen all series long.
Yeah.
So Liquid holding on to this is massive.
The Lord's up. Conceal's going to be used. They're going to punch this one into the base. Kelra trying to get some space. They got to deal with this Lord and manage it here.
JP jumps on to Brusco, bombs away from Kelra. King Kong dashing through the Salmon Force, the answer from Oheb. Lord still standing. Down goes Brusco. The base up next on the docket. Down bottom, King Kong going 1v1 with Sanji. The base barely up, 10% left, and Liquid have equalized. 2-2. Hold on, folks. We're going the long way around.
This ain't the chef anymore.